Hello, you're listening to Fiction Faeries, two authors chasing joy and creativity. I'm author Amanda Torrey.
And I'm author Christine DePetrillo. And today we have special guest author Amy Knupp with us. Yay!
Woo! Welcome to our podcast where we amplify joy, whimsy, and the magic of the written word. Hello, Christine and Amy. So excited to have you on with us, Amy.
Yes, hello.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So excited to have you here. We were thinking as a little icebreaker, since this episode is airing on Christmas Day, that maybe we would have a little controversial conversation about our favorite and least favorite Christmas songs. So who wants to go first?
Oh, I'll go first.
Okay, jump in, Christine.
So my favorite, I think, Amanda, you and I talked a little bit about Christmas songs too, because I did say that I tend to listen to like alternative kind of Christmas music.
Yes, yep.
And I like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, that kind of stuff. But if we're going to stick with the classics, I love Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, the Judy Garland version from the 1944 Meet Me in St. Louis movie. I actually took a class in college when I was scrambling to have credits to be a full-time student. And I had to plug in something into the schedule because the education courses, you could never get them. There was a film and film criticism class. Oh. So I took that. It ended up being like the most awesome class because we just looked at all of these old movies, of which Meet Me in St. Louis was one of them. And I sort of just fell in love with Judy Garland singing that song in that film. It was just beautiful. So that's my favorite. Magical. I think my least favorite is that Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yes. Oh,
I always felt bad for Grandma. It just didn't,
I
just didn't.
Like, why Grandma?
Yeah, it feels like disrespecting our elders. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. And especially as we creep up into that elder territory, it's even more personal.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you're a grandma for crying out loud.
I know.
Oh my God.
Right. I'm just like one slip on the ice away from being grandma getting run over by a reindeer.
Right. So no, that's my least favorite. So who's next?
Mm-hmm. I'll go.
Well, I'll go.
Okay, no, you go, Amy. Yes.
Okay, so I'm not a huge Christmas music person, so there's that. But and my favorite is kind of strange. It's The Little Drummer Boy, and I don't know why, but I just like that.
Very nostalgic.
That's my favorite. Yeah. And my least favorite, I was gonna say Grandma too. Oh. I mean, it's just kind of morbid.
Yeah.
And
it is.
But there's a lot that I don't like. But we're not going to talk about that because this is joyful. So
That's right. That's right. True, I think, though, we should start a group supporting Grandma. Like, let's take care of Grandma. Keep her away from those reindeer.
True.
So
I know.
What about you, Amanda?
So well, this year my favorite is, of course, Taylor Swift's Christmas Tree Farm. And one of the reasons I really love it is because my nanny child, who's 7 now, absolutely loves it too. And it's like it's like I'm getting her into being a Swiftie one song at a time. And so we dance and sing, and it's just so much fun to enjoy that together. So that's my favorite this year. And my least favorite, I was, believe it or not, going to say the Grandma one. But then I was like, yeah, but actually I had changed my mind because there's one I can't stand even more. And it's, people are probably going to hate me for this, but the 12 Days of Christmas. I cannot stand it. The repetition, just drives me nuts.
Yeah. So, no, I agree. Yeah, if I hear that come on the radio, I'm like, look, I don't have an hour to listen to this whole thing.
I know.
Go through, right?
And like every version of it, like every derivative version, like where it's like, they're meant to be funny and they just make me want to like slam my head into, it makes me want to be Grandma. Yeah. Okay.
You know what?
Under the reindeer.
Perfect. I relate that song to, we used to in school when I taught, there was a math word problem that wanted to know like how many total gifts were there going to be if you got all these gifts. And it was always such like, I hated doing that lesson. Like I just was like, I don't care about any of these gifts. I don't care about who's getting them when. I don't care about Christmas anymore.
No, I know, it's ruined.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh man, we gotta like rein in our joy for Christmas here, the holiday season. Like we gotta like
Immediately after this podcast, everybody go and listen to your favorite Christmas song.
Yes.
So boost your spirits. So
and if anyone's listening here who wants to share their most joyful and least joyful, we do want to hear it.
Yes, we do.
Sometimes I think it helps you find your joy when you realize what you don't really like, because like sometimes we listen to stuff because it's traditional and we don't have to. Like we don't have to do things we don't want to.
No,
that's where we find our joy.
You need to have those opposing things. Like you can't know what you like if you also don't know what you don't like, right? So they have to be, opposing. You have to have both. Balance.
And we have 2 Librans here on the screen today. So like we have to have our balance.
Balance. Always.
Yeah.
That and overthinking. So what are we going to overthink?
Oh,
I did overthink my least favorite song. So,
I know. And over the next couple of days, we'll probably like add to the list. Oh, we should have said that one. We should have said that one.
Yes. Oh, boy. Well, one of the things we like to do on the Fiction Fairies is share what's in our chalice, which is just what we're drinking. So I have a red and green and white, and it says peace and joy on it, little Christmas mug. And I'm going to tell you what I'm drinking, but I'm probably going to make every diehard coffee drinker listening absolutely cringe. But I am drinking decaf mushroom coffee. It's delicious.
How is it?
It's delicious.
I've wondered.
I have to say it's delicious because I put a little caveat on there because I love mushrooms, number one.
Okay.
And number 2, I hate coffee. And so it doesn't really taste like coffee.
Does it taste like you're sipping from the forest floor?
Yes, it does. It has a very earthy flavor to it, but it doesn't, I wouldn't say like I feel like I'm drinking mushroom. It's not that. It does have some coffee in it, but to me, it's like just a little subtle note, which is fine because again, I don't like coffee. So, but the mushroom part of it is supposed to be like so fantastic for like pretty much your entire body, like brain, immunity, energy, all of it. I just started drinking it recently, so I'll have to get back to you if any of those effects kick in. But sorry to all the coffee fans. I don't know if you would like it if you really love coffee, but I think it's delightful and it is bringing me joy. So,
I'm so glad.
Amy, what are you drinking?
I hate to be the boring girl. I'm drinking water. This is my water between my morning caffeine and my afternoon caffeine. So plain old water. It is in my own merch from my store. I'd rather be on Hale Street, which is one of my series. So I drink from my own merch.
And we don't discredit water here. We need, as authors, we need to stay hydrated. It's very important.
Yes.
With a lot of water.
What about you, Amanda?
Absolutely.
What do you have?
Well, my Ireland mug is making another appearance. Ooh. It's almost empty because I have been drinking it since I got home like an hour ago. And I just have a little cappuccino that I made today.
Yummy.
It's yummy.
Very yummy.
Maple syrup and cinnamon. And very fast.
Oh, you had me at maple syrup.
I know. It's not warm anymore, but it still tastes good. So anyway, our main goal with this podcast is, of course, to meet authors, which we are doing today, and other creative people. We love to go behind the scenes into the creative process, build a whimsical and weird community. We love to highlight the power of play and, of course, find joy in creativity. So, Christine, how did you invite joy into your life since our last episode?
Well, I invited joy in by making 2 evergreen swags for my barn doors. Just took a glorious walk in the woods with my pruning shears and, took a little snip here, a little snip there, brought them all back inside, made a ginormous mess. So I think that might qualify as my messy art project, by the way.
Yes, so
pine
true.
needles just everywhere.
I'm impressed.
And I tied them with a red and green plaid ribbon. I added some pine cones, and then I hung them up. They're very rustic and fabulous.
Love it.
So I think, last year I had made some wreaths, which were nice, but wreaths are a considerably more work trying to get all the branches and all the craft wire and everything. So I'm like, this year we're going to do a bunch. And so they look pretty good, and I had some fun doing it. So what about you, Amy? How did you invite joy recently?
Well, so I've been on a llama kick lately, and some of my followers know that about 2 months ago, there was this giant llama at Costco. Plush llama, not real. And I got her. She's the star of my series. She's like in all the books. And so it was so happy when I got her because like I saw her once, took a picture with her, didn't buy her because she's huge. Like she takes up an actual armchair in my office. But walked away. And then the next time I went back, there was no llama. And then I went back again And she was back. And I was like, she's
The
mine.
universe
So,
provided.
so I do have Esmeralda, but then I was just at Costco again last week, or this week actually, with my son who's 24. And this wouldn't have gone so well with anybody else in my family, but we're walking along and I see the box where the llamas are, and there's 3 llamas. And so
Ooh.
I was like, oh, Colton, there's llamas. And he like joined in right away, and we go and I start piling all three. You know how big the Costco carts are? They're big enough for like 4 humans. I start piling the llamas in the cart, and like people are
Aw.
starting to look at me like, is she okay? And my son is getting photos of the whole thing, and I'm like, we need them all.
Aw.
And we had we had our photo shoot, and then we responsibly put them back. But it was so fun because
It's hard to be
I mean,
responsible like
it's kind of like a llama napping. It was great. It was
I
that was
love
my joy
that.
for the week.
That's
Well,
awesome.
and you left those other llamas to bring joy to the next folks, which is
Yes,
what
yes. So
Fiction
we just
Fairies
kind of
love
like
that.
had temporary llama joy, but it's there for everybody. So
That's
Aw,
awesome.
that's
I
so
love that.
nice. You got to have some playtime with your llamas, and we
Yeah.
love play
yes,
here.
We do.
And you
We
probably
do.
felt really a little bit weird doing it, which is also a thing we approve of
Yes.
here. So.
oh, you know what? Like, no, I'm just like, my son just eggs me on, so it was all good.
It's
That's
good
awesome.
to
He said
have
he's
cheerleaders behind you, you know?
yes, yeah. Well, and he
Absolutely.
sent the photos to my husband, who promptly texted back, if she brings another llama home, the doors will be locked.
Oh
So
no.
That's okay. You'll just assemble your llama army and storm your
Yeah.
house.
oh my
That's
gosh,
right.
it's so tempting.
Or just curl up with them under a tree. You'll be so cozy through the winter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy, I love it. I love it. Amanda, what about you? What's your recent joy?
Well, I think the thing I really enjoyed over this last week was my partner Jim and I went to like a special Christmas thing at a living museum, like a history museum, at Sturbridge Village. And it was like a Christmas thing. It was a discounted night, so it didn't cost that much.
Nice.
And it was really joyful because normally when we do like Christmassy things, it's always like a family thing. But now, of course, the kids are all grown up. They have lives of their own. They're very busy. It's harder to get everyone together. And so I tend to not do as much because I'm like, but it's not the same, like I want everybody together. And so I've been really trying to make it a goal for us to just like still like enjoy life, and get out there and do special things together and, still look forward to the times when everybody can be together to do stuff. But for now, it was really fun. And it was the day before his birthday, so it was nice.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was good. My joy this week.
Nice, nice. And a joy we have for today is having one of our author besties with us, Amy Knupp, on the
Yes.
Fiction Fairies. And so we're next going to go into the meadow with Amy, but let's get her bio first. Amy Knupp is a USA Today bestselling author of more than 35 contemporary romances. She loves words and grammar and meaty, engrossing stories with complex characters. Amy lives in Wisconsin with her husband and has 2 adult children, 3 cats, and a box turtle. She graduated from the University of Kansas with degrees in French and journalism. In her spare time, she enjoys traveling, breaking up cat fights, watching college hoops, and annoying her family by correcting their grammar. I love that bio.
I love it. I love it. Of course, I'm scared too, but well, once
No.
again, welcome to Fiction Fairies.
Thank
Oh,
you.
we forgot to mention too, for anybody who is listening and not watching, but we all are donning our fabulous Santa hats today to be festive. So if you want to see how adorable we are as middle-aged women playing dress up that we love to do, go check us out on YouTube.
Yeah.
You won't regret it.
No.
We're very cute today. But let's get into the meadow. Okay, so Amy, your latest release, which congratulations, very new.
Thank you. Thank
Single
you.
Wish, which is kind of perfect for this time of year for a title,
Mhm.
I'd say. Can you tell us about that book and the series it's part of, please?
Sure, I'll try to be brief too, because I can go on forever. But the heroine of Single Wish her name is Magnolia, and she's a former mean girl and a former filthy rich girl. And so just like 2 years before the story started, her father cut her off. So she's kind of she's already appeared in the series prior to this, and she started her redemption path. The hero is Luke Durham, who is a Christmas tree farmer.
Mhm.
So Christmas Tree Farm by Taylor Swift. Anytime an influencer puts that in my, like when they're doing my stuff, I'm like, oh,
Ah, how perfect.
anyway. So he's also a single dad. It's basically they had a relationship in high school. Things went really south. They've been enemies for like, I think 17 or 18 years. And now Magnolia is a brand new wedding planner or event planner who is trying to basically, build her own name and do what's right finally. Um, Luke is remodeling his barn into a wedding venue, and they are tasked with planning their mutual good friend's wedding in his barn. So they have to work together. They're enemies. Enemies to lovers, my first enemies to lovers story. It's set in small town Dragonfly Lake, which is my current small town fiction, my world that I've been in for 2 series now. The series is The Single Dads of Dragonfly Lake, and so it's all single dads all the time. And this is book 5, but each book is standalone, so you can just jump in and read this one, and you don't need the others. So,
but then you're going to want the others, so that's
right.
something
I
to look
hope
forward
so.
to. That's amazing. Sounds so good. So just like perfect for the season. So how did you get into writing romance in particular?
It's been a minute. It's been a long time since I got into it, but I started back when I had little babies, and a friend of mine, I was staying home with the babies, and a friend of mine dared me to write a romance book, and I apparently cannot turn down a dare, and I did. And I'd like to say it was like I wrote the book, it got published, and the rest is history. But it was like that book has never seen the light of day. Then I was published by Harlequin for several years, and now I'm indie. So then it was history. The rest is history. So
Yes.
all because of a dare.
Oh,
love it.
That's really amazing. I hope that person, I think we need to show a lot of gratitude to that person for bringing your books into our world. That's amazing.
Sweet.
So what appealed to you about writing a series about single dad heroes? I know we all love to read them. How'd you get into writing them?
I know. Well, I didn't really ever realize how much I loved them, but then I read, I think it was Melanie Harlow's, I can't remember which title, Irresistible maybe, and it's a single dad, and I love that book so much. It's one of my favorites, and what I loved about it was it opens in the dad's point of view, and it's him waking up. He's got 3 little girls, and you know how it is when you've got little kids, or you can imagine how it is if you've got little kids. It's like dogs. They wake you up and you're just like, no, I just need like 1 more hour. And it starts in his point of view, like the little girl's waking him up, and he is so real. It's like, I just want to stay in my bed and not be a dad right now. But of course he loves them. So that made me like fall in love with single dads. And the reason I did a whole series, I love when it's there's something about a good father that is so romantic and so lovable. And so that was all of these guys, they've got a different journey to becoming a single dad, but they all pretty much, their world revolves around their kids. And I think that just kind of melts my heart. And so I hope it does for readers too.
Absolutely. There's something so heroic about it that just like turns everything up a notch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one thing we really love here on Fiction Fairies is the art of silliness. And so one thing I wanted to ask was, how do you incorporate silliness into your romances? And of course, we mean it in the best way. Like, we do not think of silliness as like anything negative, but like, how do you incorporate silliness?
Well, let's go back to the llamas.
Llamas!
Like, I don't technically write rom-com. I call it rom-com adjacent, because I do have Esmeralda the llama in this whole series. She's in every book. I try to write her into part of the plot, so it's not just like a superfluous llama appearance, although those happen too. But it's a challenge to come up with every new book. I'm like, okay, what is Esmeralda's role? What is she going to do this time? So like in Single Wish, her part in it, she escapes all the time. Esmeralda escapes from her barn and heads to the small town bakery because she loves rainbow sprinkled vanilla cookies. So you can often find her like heading toward the bakery. So this time it was late night. The bakery's closed, and Magnolia has an apartment about 4 doors down from the bakery, and she's had a day. She's like kind of decompressing in the little backyard, and the llama appears. It's like midnight, and there's a llama, and she's like, what do you do? Like she's like freezes, And she's like, okay, llamas don't eat people. I'm okay. But then the llama comes up to her and basically she calls it assaults her. I mean, she's fine, but like he's like she is nuzzling her, and she's yeah, there's a reason for that. But that's and of course the llama is owned by one of the single dads who's no longer single, but that guy, Ben, and our hero, Luke, show up because they're looking for the llama.
Oh.
They find the llama getting friendly with Magnolia. So the llama antics, like, it's a challenge, but it's a lot of fun. Like, it gives me a chance to be silly.
That's wonderful. And my sister has an alpaca farm. Well, like she's like an animal rescuer kind of, and she has a bunch of alpacas, and they escape all the time. I've like pet sat for her while she's traveled, and like had to chase them down the street to collect them. So it's very realistic what you're putting
Perfect.
in there.
Yes. Well, there's a second llama named Betty, but Betty never leaves. She's like cool with the barn and stuff. It's just Esmeralda.
Those cookies, hey, I relate.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you can add llama antics, I mean, that's perfect.
I love it.
That's getting the silliness in perfectly. I love it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Great meet cute.
So, what is something you find the most joyful about writing?
Oh, writing the end,
Yes.
Yes,
Having
you're here.
written it.
Yes.
having written. I know this is about joy, but I'll be honest, creativity in my house gets loud, it gets ugly, it can be painful, it's dramatic. I do love creating characters. Like, that's my jam. The problem, the difficulty comes when I have to give them a story and make that story work. But anyway, yeah, I love creating characters and imagining, where somebody has come from, what has made them that way, what could change them, how do they need to change to be able to love somebody, that kind of thing. That's what I love to do.
Kind of digging into the personalities and
Yeah.
all that, the layers of the characters. Yeah, very joyful.
Exactly.
I
Play with
agree.
them.
Can you tell us about your writing space? Like where you write?
Yes. So the desk I'm at right now is my business space, and I've learned that I can't be creative in my business space. So I have two different places in my house that I generally write. One of them is here in my office. It's a big comfy chair. I had to move a second chair into my office because Esmeralda took the first one. So I do have a second chair now. And, I have an ottoman for my feet, a warm fuzzy blanket. Usually I have a cat snuggled up next to me. And then the other place is 2 floors up in our spare bedroom. I have another comfy chair up there, and my husband's accusing me of taking over the entire house. And I'm like, you got to be creative. So those are my spots. It's got to be a comfy chair. And I know it's a kind of a conundrum because, like as we get older and you sit all day, it's like, have your feet flat on the floor, have your ergonomics. And I'm like, sure, I can do that for business, but for creative time, I got to be comfy. So
Yeah.
It's cozy time.
Yeah, I agree
cozy.
with that. I agree with the multiple spots and the comfy. I was in the manuscript that I was currently working on. I was doing the trying at the desk and ergonomics and the whole thing, and I found that I just kept, there's a window of a mountain view right in front of me, and I just found myself sort of looking at that instead. I took my laptop and I moved to another room on the couch in front of the fire, and the words just poured right out. And I was like, what just happened? So, it's a little bit like, Goldilocks and finding the just right seat.
Yes.
And then you sit there and you're like, yeah, all right, the energy and the vibe is right here. Okay. And then you can go.
Yes.
I think it
Those
activates
vibes.
something like when you move too. Like, like sometimes I like to sit in my tea room and and then it's like, oh, it's time to shift to another thing. Maybe it's like that high school brain of ours, like the bell rings, you go to the next class, but there's something about like if things get stagnant and I move to another area, it does freshen up a little bit.
Agreed. Yeah. Amy, if you could deviate from what you normally write, what would your dream writing project be?
I would probably want to write some kind of fantasy. It would probably be romantasy because I don't think I can walk away from romance, but like something with magical, I don't know, like not dark. I write undark absolutely right now, and it would still be undark, but something colorful. there's a lot of glitter. I'm sorry, Christine, but there's a lot of
Okay.
glitter involved in this world.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything beyond that. Like dragons are cool. I don't really get into the vampires or the werewolves, but dragons, fairies, that kind of thing.
Nice, nice. And Amanda and I are remembering that because we're going to bug you relentlessly to go ahead and write that now so
Yes.
that we can read it.
100%. I consider it written now.
Yeah.
I know it's like this dream project, but hold on, let me get my wand and bring this dream to life.
Yes.
Yeah, can you let me know the plot when
Sure,
you,
yeah, we'll get you covered.
Okay.
We'll just have a few
Awesome.
cocktails this
Yeah.
weekend, all right?
Yeah.
Meet us back
Perfect.
here.
Yes, yes,
Perfect.
yeah.
It'll
We'll let
flow.
you have the joyful time of developing the characters, and then we'll
Yes.
figure out what to do with them. It'll be great.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I love it. Perfect.
Group
Let's
project.
go.
Yes.
If you wanted to work in the creative field but not be a writer, what is something you imagine yourself being?
It would be some kind of visual arts because I love visual arts. Like I like to do color pencil art. I like to do mosaics. I have kind of played with oil painting, but I'm telling you, that's a lot of work. Like
Yes.
I don't know. And like you get your colors all right, and then you sit there and it's like, oh, my back hurts now. And then but your colors are right. So
Right.
this was like 20 years ago when I played with that. But yeah, it would be something visual because I love color and I love being creative that way. I just don't do it enough because I'm always kind of like, okay, if I'm going to do creative time, it needs to go to my story.
Yeah. Agreed. Cool.
It's definitely a challenge, I think we find. It's like
Yeah.
trying to keep the concentrated
Save the
creative.
juice.
Yeah, save it up. By the way, I heard your kitty in the background, I think.
Did you? I'm sorry.
No, don't be
she's very
sorry.
mad at
I'm
that
like trying
door.
to look. I'm like, where's the kitty? He's like,
She's
she or
on the
he.
other side of those
I'm
doors.
like, she needs to get up to that microphone. She wants to have a voice.
There's a story about her. She's 21 and she did not meow for most of her life.
Aw.
And she's kind of been the bullied cat, and now she's outlived all the other cats. And so she's 21
Sorry.
and she
Ultimate
yells.
karma, though. I mean,
Well, I know. She walks around yelling, and I
Aw.
think she's hard of hearing. So it's kind of sad, but she screams.
Yes.
So
oh
that's
my
what she's
gosh.
doing, is screaming.
I'm in
So
love. No, I love that.
I had
Sorry.
the same thing. I had a cat. She never meowed. Like I didn't even think she knew how. Like or she was incapable of it.
right.
And then
Yeah.
as she got older, she did lose her hearing. She was so loud, so
Oh.
loud. It was like crazy loud.
But they say that about like old ladies too, how they like,
Yeah.
we kind of lose our filter as we grow up. Maybe
Yeah.
we're not any different
Oh.
from cats.
Maybe.
Her filter is gone. She does not care.
All right, well, this is perfect segue because we'll shift from our serious writing conversation to the very fun part where I really want to know these answers to these questions.
Gosh.
So, if you could live in a mythological setting, Amy, which would you choose?
This was hard for me. I don't read a lot of fantasy, just not because I don't like it. I just it doesn't, But I would say I was thinking of the fourth wing world. I think it'd be really cool. Like the thought of the dragons flying all over is really cool, except I couldn't be a dragon rider because like everything is life or death. I mean, it seems pretty dangerous, and I think I'd probably not even make it across the original bridge. So I'd have to be a book nerd in that world.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you don't want to
Scribes,
be
is that what
caught
they call?
overthinking on the bridge.
No, exactly. And those snap decisions when you're on the back of
Yeah.
a dragon flying in battle. Yeah, it's a little bit
you gotta be safe
intimidating.
somewhere. Yeah, I get it.
But the thought of seeing those dragons fly in, I mean, like,
know.
that would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Wouldn't that be?
I agree. I don't want to ride the dragons, but I'm perfectly able to like take care of them. Like, can I feed them and hug them and love them?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
I'll
snuggle.
do all of that. Yeah, take them for a walk or whatever. I just
Yeah.
don't make me get on it because I'd be the one to be like, is there like what are the safety protocols? Is there a seatbelt? Like what
What were the crash test dummy ratings?
Yes, right. Where are the airbags on this thing, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, if you had a magic wand, which of your heroes or heroines would you make real for a day from your books?
You mean they're not real?
I mean, they are, but if they could actually sit, like, in like physical form next to you. If you had to kick Esmeralda out of a chair for one of your heroes or heroines.
Good luck. No, I did think about this. I think I would bring West from my previous book, Single Minded. He's this contractor. He's a former military Marines guy, so he's beefy and muscular and of course beautiful to look at. He's got a beard. He's just kind of rough looking, but he's a teddy bear, and like I imagine he would give the best bear hugs.
Ooh.
And also he could do like all the projects around the house.
Oh man, send him to my house when you're
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I will.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's if I had to pick one. It was really hard to pick one.
It's hard. I know. We won't tell the others. Don't worry. No. Just between us. We're not going to tell them. Yeah. What's something playful you do during the holiday season?
Oh, this is also hard because I'm not that playful. I said that to my husband this morning. I'm like, what's something playful that I do in the holiday season? He's like, you're not playful.
We'll rub off on you a little bit here. You just have to like follow our challenges every episode.
Right. Well, I'm not like holiday playful. I guess we do a fun thing in our family where every year there's a race to get the first wrapped package under the tree from you. And I mean, I do lose every year pretty much, but it is fun. I don't know, holiday stuff. I love to look at the lights. I love the lights. Like, the lights make me happy. I wish it was like year round. Why don't we have lights year round?
I know. But would they be as special if we saw them all the time?
That's true. Although I've thought about having like permanent lights put on, and then there's neighbors down the street that like they change them for each holiday. Like you can control the colors.
Yeah.
So like Valentine's Day, they've got pink and red, and Halloween, they do Halloween colors and stuff like that. You know, the cat is still meowing. I'm so sorry.
I love the cat. No, she's amazing. She's like the fourth fairy today.
Yes.
Yes. So that wasn't a very good answer, but that's what I came up with.
Well, you know, and I think that play doesn't always mean what we think of it. Like if you're looking at lights and your brain is like getting creative, or it's like triggering something in you, that's playful. Like,
yes,
it doesn't have to be.
I agree.
Like something you know else. It could just be like however.
I think
whatever moves you.
I think it's very playful up here. / weird / nutty, and so that's how I exist on a daily basis. And
exactly. So that's perfect because you're just constantly playing. I mean, the fact that you can create books, like characters, you can make them real, you can give them stories, you can like that in itself is an act of play. Because if you couldn't play, you couldn't create those worlds. So.
That's true. Imagining, yes.
Imagining is, I mean, how did we all survive elementary school, right? Like imagining in our brains.
Yeah.
All right, and inquiring minds want to know, what is your next creative project?
That's a good question. No, I have started it. It's the last Single Dads in the series. It is Single Desire. It features Kemp, who is volunteer firefighter, and he's also the brewmaster at the local brewery. And he finds out very suddenly that he's a father. When the baby mama is tragically killed in a car accident. We don't go into that because my books are not dark. But all of a sudden he has a baby. And so his best friend Anna is going to help him out of some tight spots. And that's almost all I know. I'm 3 chapters in. So
nice. Wow, this sounds amazing. Can't wait to see what brews.
There will be llama antics. I do know the llama antics for this book, but yeah. I'm not going to tell you them because I'm not going to commit. You never know with these llamas.
It could change. It could change.
Yeah,
well, I mean, you're going to be playing with them, so you never know what.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
what happens?
The llama might make her own decisions too, and you'll just have to go with it.
Yeah.
There's absolutely that possibility. Yes.
So the title of this week's episode is Sips, Soups, and Single Dads with Amy Knupp. So we'd like to transition into the Sips and Soups section. Ooh, that was a little bit tricky to say, I gotta tell you.
I would have stumbled.
That was tricky.
I'm impressed you got that out.
So our Spirit of Joy topic for this episode is we just want to quickly share some cozy comfort sips and soups. So I'll go first. I have a recipe that I follow to make homemade chai, and that's my sip. And it's just so, there's something, I mean, I like chai anyway, but having it like blending all the ingredients yourself, all the spices, just the process of making it is so aromatic, and it's just, I think, making it yourself too, like all the flavors are a little bit richer, and just the process of going through, heating up the water and then steeping it and adding the tea to it and then the spices, and it's just very ritualistic. And then it's just such a great cozy drink, this homemade chai. So that's my sip. And I had trouble thinking about the sips because I heard sips and my mind went to cocktails, and then I'm like, well, but most cocktails aren't cozy. So let me shift my thinking here, and I'll go with the homemade chai. And my soup is a potato soup. And it is a creamy based soup, and it's got red potatoes in it and ham, and it's another one of those, like, I put it in a nice earthenware like bowl that has a handle. It's a nice like rustic bowl, and just a nice hunk of bread with it, and it's just one of those, like, if it's snowing outside and you've got a roaring fire, you've got this potato soup, and it's just delicious, just right from the smell of it, the heat of it, and the filling of your belly with it. So it's put those two things together, the chai and the potato soup, and you've got just a cozy day. And
Super.
we were also thinking about, what kind of soup or sip would go with maybe one of our characters. So I was thinking about my dentist hero, Dr. Spencer Holland in Rescue the Night, the first Hartley Ness romance series, and I think he'd be a chicken noodle soup, because it's just, it's simple, it's classic, and it just sort of like makes you feel good. And that's kind of like what Spencer's energy and vibe is. So
Can't go wrong.
yeah. So, Amy, what about you? Sips and soups.
Sorry, I was distracted because like the cat was escalating, so I think she's gone now.
Yeah. She's over there like, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow
Yes.
this one down. Yeah.
She is persistent. I just texted my husband. I'm like, can you please make her shut up? So apologies.
No.
Okay, so my
God, I love her.
Yeah, next time
My
we
s-
invite her to make an appearance. That's it.
Absolutely.
I thought about going and opening the door, but what she would do is walk into the middle of the room and scream. So um,
Maybe we all need to do that.
Yeah,
Okay?
let's all do it. Yes.
it's not a bad plan.
No.
Um, okay, so my sip is I don't do dairy, but Chalk Zero makes a dark chocolate cocoa.
Ooh.
It's an instant mix, which is awesome. I can do it by hand, but it's better to do it like I like to use like an oat milk or a coconut milk and do the cocoa with that, and it's so good. And they also make a vegan marshmallow. So it's like I'm very happy I can have this cocoa drink because it's, without dairy. There's not a lot of choices. Perfect for a winter evening in Wisconsin, as I'm sure you guys can relate. My favorite soup, I don't know if it's my favorite, but also I'm not the cook. I'm very lucky that my husband cooks a lot, but he makes a white chicken chili. It's very creamy. It's like kind of a creamy white sauce with some chilies in it, some green chilies and chicken and white beans, and because I also can't have tomatoes, so I can't have regular chili. Like, I have so many diet things, but this chicken chili is like, it warms you. And like you said, Christine, big hunk of cornbread would be perfect with it.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the one I'm going with. Like, I hope maybe he'll cook it tonight.
Let's
I can
manifest that.
Just
Yeah.
hint.
I can cook, but I don't have to, so why?
Why would you?
Yeah.
Hero material right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing.
Do you have a soup or a sip for a hero of yours?
Oh gosh. I didn't come up with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's like, I could overthink that forever. But okay, so Luke on his Christmas tree farm, I think it would be some kind of hot drink with like I don't know if it'd be coffee or cocoa, but there'd probably be a little bit of spirits in there just by the fireplace after a very long day of farming and renovating your barn, that kind of thing.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
We'll
Love
have
it.
to cozy up with him with a nice buffalo plaid blanket. And
Yes.
Yeah.
have the
Yes.
spirits.
He does have a buffalo plaid shirt in one of the scenes.
Nice.
And I actually thought of Christine because I know how much you love flannel.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
nice.
it's just a multi-purpose fabric. I mean, it's
It's
just, you can't go
fabulous.
wrong. You can't go wrong. And you
Gotta
can't
have
go
it.
wrong putting a
Exactly.
hero in it either.
Right.
No. Yeah. Yeah. All right,
Love
Amanda,
it.
your sips and soups, go for it.
All right. Well, for sips, I mean, I'm obsessed with like any kind of tea and stuff. I'm shifting more to like herbal teas because I have found I can't really handle the tannins in black tea anymore, sadly. Yeah, so kind of anything. Right now I'm really loving like this nutty almond tea. It's so good. It's decaf and it's delicious, and with dairy-free milk as well. And for soups, I'm obsessed with this lentil soup that I make right now. And I make it like every week. And it comes out a little different every time because I don't really follow a recipe. I just kind of throw in whatever veggies I have. And it's so delicious. It's very, I don't eat like red meat and stuff. So like, it's just a really nourishing, warm, thick stew. And again, with the bread, like I've been making these almond flour biscuits that are super, super easy. It's like 5 ingredients. Mix them in the bowl and plop them on a cookie sheet, and they're really very healthy and like filling and just really delicious. So that's that. And for my hero, I picked Enrique from Love, Spice, and Christmas Nights, and he, I think, would really enjoy like a Mexican hot chocolate because he's from Mexico, and
Nice
I just
one.
think like he would, bring some of that. Maybe his grandmother made it or something, and so have little spices and a little bit of
Yeah.
spice and really warm you up
Perfect.
with all the So
Nice.
that's what I had for that. But I'm
love
also thinking, like, we're talking about like spirits and things and cozy cocktails and stuff. And I'm thinking, like, I wonder if there would be interest in some of our joylings maybe joining us sometime for like a little, virtual cozy concoction party or something.
Ooh.
Like maybe once we're past the holiday season, maybe we can kind of set something up to like, just have a little, and then we can come up. Oh, we could have a challenge for like finding like the coziest cocktail or something like that.
Ooh,
or mocktail
I like that.
for those
I like
who
that.
don't like to drink alcohol. Anyway,
I like-
if joinlings, if anyone's interested, hit us up. Let us know.
Yeah,
We'll put
I like that.
something
Especially like January is so long.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
goes on forever. And so
Yeah.
that might be something really fun for us to do. Yeah. Joylings.
And it
let
kind
us
of like
know.
reward ourselves for getting through the chaos of the holiday season.
Yes. I like it. I like it. So we also have our sprite spells where we dare each other and our joylings to do something joyful or something that brings joy. And our last challenge in the last episode was about photos of what the holidays mean to us. And Amanda and I will be sharing those on Substack. So I guess we shouldn't really discuss them. Normally we discuss the challenge, but I think maybe we'll say that they're going to be coming so that you can take a look.
And that's really good because I told Christine I would have my photo to her, and I have not, and I probably have made her very upset with me. So I'm sorry, Christine. I'm going to get that photo. I'm gonna get it up before this episode airs.
No worries. I'll just continue to bother you for it. So it's
No, you're way too
worries.
polite. No, you're so polite and so tolerant, and I just feel chronic guilt. So just so you know, and it's not because of you. You
Yeah,
don't
I'm
do
not
anything
making
to
you
make me
feel
feel
guilty.
that way.
Yes,
You do
right,
not do
no.
anything to make me feel that way. That's just me.
Just because I
I
have
don't
my
get it.
photo ready and on time,
I know.
it doesn't mean that you need to have yours ready or on time.
I'm sorry, I've been too busy frolicking with the glitter.
Sometimes Amanda gets a little too joyful and she just flutters
Forgets
away.
I forget my responsibilities. Having too much fun playing.
But that's why we love her. So it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. So, Amanda, you want to tell us about what our new Sprite spell will
Ooh,
be?
yes. So we were thinking we would issue a new challenge, and that would be to make yourself a cozy concoction to enjoy. This is a nice, easy one. We're not going to be crazy this week because we've all had enough going on, right? So something new to you, if you want to try a new recipe, maybe something we mentioned today. And if you do make any of the things we talked about, let us know. An old favorite, maybe that you haven't made for a while, something nostalgic, maybe you used to make with your parents when you were young, or grandparent, aunt, uncle, whatever. Maybe some kind of family recipe, but make yourself something cozy, set aside some time to sit and enjoy it. Take some breaths. Let yourself look out the window.
Yes.
That is our challenge to you.
Yes.
And to each other.
We'll see how we do with these new sprite spells in the next episode. And Joylings, as always, tell us about your progress with any of the sprite spells. You can comment wherever you listen to or watch the podcast, or DM us on social media. Our links are in the show description or on the About tab of our Fiction Faeries Substack.
Oh, and we do have something a little exciting to mention, that the Sweetheart Island Matchmaking Romance Collection that Christine and I wrote together in the world, separate books. We put it together into one book. It contains A Star to Hold by Christine and A Heart to Find by yours truly. And we also added some exclusive holiday bonus content in there. And it's now available, so you can get the whole shebang all in one discounted ebook. It is less expensive to buy this collection than it would be to buy both books, and you get the free bonus holiday scenes, which were so fun to write because we got to revisit the couples at the holidays. So it was a lot of fun. So it's available all the places you buy ebooks, and you can check below in the show description for the link, courtesy of Christine, who does all the things.
I also wanted to add that my latest book, Protect This Soul,
Oh my gosh.
the next Hartley's Nest romance, is now available. It's been out for about a week. It released on December 18th, so you can check the show notes for the link. And I just wanted to, Amanda and I talked about doing a little release ritual for this book. So what I've done is I've lit a pink candle. Now, typically I like green because I'm thinking about like abundance, but for some reason when I was looking at my candles to pick something to do a little ritual, this pink one like kind of was like, pick me. And then when I was looking up again, just to confirm what does lighting a pink candle mean, it is for love. And that felt right, because it's obviously a book about love, and I'm sending love out there to the readers. And another weird thing related to that is that when I was outside walking the dog this morning out in the snow, we walked, we played, and then we were just sort of puttering around before we came inside, and there was just this patch of like undisturbed snow, which was a little rare in the area we were in because the dog and I had run all over the place playing. So there's just one little undisturbed spot, and something like came over to me, and I just crouched down, and I was moved to like draw a heart in the snow. Aww. But then with like lines out the side of it, like radiating out love. So I think between that and the candle, like it's kind of like this ritual sort of came together. Yes, yeah.
That's awesome. And then it's picking up the pink in the sky, like
yes,
on your cover,
it is a little bit. Yes, and I did put a little success potion on the book nice. There. So
wave my wand.
Yeah. So both bring success for the book, and that everyone successfully falls in love with Joshua and Sylvie in that release. So
we will. And I meant to grab some glitter to throw, and I forgot. But I have an old dried flower from when we made our crowns several episodes back.
Oh yes.
So I'm gonna throw that, which you probably like more. So there it is going.
I do. Easy cleanup. Yes, that's good.
I don't know where it is now, but I'll probably step on it and squish it all over.
That's okay, because that's all organic, not like glitter.
True. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations on your release.
Congrats.
It never gets old. And this is kind of an on-the-spot question, but what number book is this for you of your published novels?
I don't know. We're over
8,322.
We are over 40 at this point. I don't even know the exact number anymore. That's the fourth book in the Hartley's Nest series, with two more set to come out. And actually, I just finished. Well, I have an epilogue left to write of the final book in that series, so I've got to kind of waiting for the inspiration for the epilogue. So, I mean, I have like a rough idea of things that need to happen, but it's not a complete picture yet. So I'm kind of like tuning the antenna to try to receive what that's.
Maybe that was part of what you drew coming out of that heart.
Maybe,
Like,
maybe.
Bring
Yeah,
it
that
to me.
could all be related. Yeah.
Fantastic. So excited for both of you with your new releases. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm hopefully be joining the club sometime soon.
You
And
will.
speaking of books, because we're always speaking of books here, one thing we wanted to do for you Joylings to celebrate the season is to offer a little holiday gift in the form of free ebooks. So Christine is offering One Kind Kiss, which is book 2 in her One Kind Deed series. Lovely cover she's holding up for the camera. One Kind Heart, book 1 is already free. So if you want to go ahead and get that, and then you'll also be able to get book 2. I'm offering the book I mentioned earlier, Love, Spice, and Christmas Nights, which is part of my Healing Spring series. But like Amy's series, you can read them out of order. They're standalone books within a series. But that is my Christmas one. So I'm offering that one for free, and I don't think it's ever been free before. And Amy's offering Singled Out, which is book 1 in her fantastic Singled Out. She's offering Singled Out, book 1 in her Single Dads of Dragon Lake. I can't talk. I'm sorry, Amy. Amy is offering, I'm going to try this again, Singled Out, which is book 1 of her Single Dads of Dragonfly Lake series. And it is
Well done.
amazing. Do not let my stumbling over it, make you think
Did
different.
great.
It's amazing. So to claim these freebies, just click on the links below in our show description and they will bring you right to them. They're all yours. So go grab them while they're available.
Yeah, what's better than free books at the holidays?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good stuff.
Not much.
I mean, last episode we talked about building a cozy reading nook. Hopefully you all did that, and now you'll have the books to read in that cozy.
Well, you just need my handyman character. Send him
You
over
do.
to make a
Yes.
cozy nook.
And you need all those llamas from Costco as well.
Yeah, and
Of course.
we need all the sips and all the soups that we mentioned
Absolutely.
too. So
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
put
need
all that together.
the morning, the afternoon, the evening. We got all the sips and soups.
Yes, I like it. And if we can get Amy's husband to make all the soups for us, all the
There you go.
I think
Chef,
we have a solid
over.
plan here, ladies.
I
We
think
have a
so.
I'll let
solid
him
plan.
know.
Yeah, we're going good here. Doing well.
And I think that might be it for our episode number 7, our special Christmas episode.
Yes, and with our special guest, Santa Amy over there.
Yes, we'd like to thank Amy
Ho, ho, ho.
thank Amy Knupp for joining us today and
thank you so much.
bringing her own joy and her single dad of Dragonfly Lake joy with us. So be sure, Joylings, to check out Single Wish, Amy's latest release. All her single dads of Dragonfly Lake, plus her other series, because she doesn't just have that one. There's plenty to choose from. You could just, start now and just binge Amy Knupp through the winter. That's my recommendation. So, and all of her links are below in the show description.
Absolutely. And if you enjoyed the Fiction Faeries podcast, which what's not to enjoy, go ahead and hit that like button for us. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And find us on social media. Leave a review and tell everyone about the podcast. And if you're here because somebody told you about it, it's because they want you to have all the joy and whimsy. And they might think you're a little weird and that you might fit into our weird community.
Yes. Come, bring us your weird. We want
it all.
Yes,
we want it all.
Yes.
It's welcome here.
And if you're a creative person and want to be a guest on the Fiction Faeries podcast, or you're a listener with suggestions, there are forms in the show description and on our Substack to contact us.
Absolutely. We love to hear from you. And now we will leave you with the Glimmer Challenge of asking you to find and spread joy today. And we have our wands out here on the screen. So we're going to say farewell, Joylings, and happy holidays. Wand wave. Ta-da.
Farewell and season's greetings, Joylings. We'll see you next time on the Fiction Faeries podcast. Bye.
Bye.